Welcome to the stream, everyone. My name is Retro Joe. It is August 14th, 2026. We are determined to get this no death run of Super C. It has happened before. I've probably done it about 8 to 10 times. I don't have the exact count, but maybe 8 or 10 times in my streaming career. We are going to go for another time complete on all 4 platforms live for you on this Friday evening. It is 7:04 p.m. here in the Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America area. Good to have you all here. Happy Friday. Hopefully it was an awesome week for you. I am going to lock in on this attempt. Let's go. It's going to be good. It's going to be a fun time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the stream. Thank you for being part of the community. Thank you for hanging out, saying hi, sharing, liking, all that good stuff. Chris Zog, Rich, welcome to the stream. This is it. This is going to be the night. This is going to be the night. We're actually kind of on time too, so that's a good omen. Good to see everyone. Let's get the chats up. Let's get the alerts up. Should be good. Let's go, Rich. Jerry says, yo, Joe, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you are too, Jerry. Thanks for coming in. Retro Gamer 87, welcome to the stream. This is Contra, Joe. This is Contra. Welcome to the stream, Joe. All right. Everything's good. Just have to check red side real quick and we'll be good to go. Red side's good. All chats are up. Rage it, Chris says. Let's go, man. Let's go. We're gonna rage it. We're gonna rage it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. All right. Let's get this up. We're good to go. All chats are good. Jason V, welcome to the stream. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. Good to see everyone. Happy Friday. This will be a presentation of Super C, a no death run attempt. You can see the death counter right on the screen there. Let's get it started in 3. Thank you for the licks. 2, 1. Let's go. NDR will happen. Thank you, V. I appreciate it. Welcome across all 4 platforms. We are very close to getting monetized on YouTube. We need just maybe 17, I believe, 17 new subs over there. Subscribers, not paid subs, of course. YouTube calls followers subscribers. It's a little bit confusing, but either way, that's what we need. So thank you for those of you who subscribed over on the YouTube. I appreciate it. If you're wondering what it is, it's Retro Joe YT, all one word. Now let's get this NDR. The death counter is on the screen. Let's go. Hopefully that stays 0. And let's go. Let's go. Let's continue this streak of me playing this game fairly well, but there's a couple parts that trip me up. Those couple parts are the crucial parts of the game that I have to get through. Once I get through those, it's going to be fairly easy. The last level of the game is tricky, and like I said, there's some parts in the game at certain parts of certain levels that are very tricky, but really what you have to do is get into a flow state on this game, just like most games, and you'll be able to do it. You can too get an NDR on this game. What's up, Nursey G? Welcome to the stream. 11 to go. Thank you, V. We have 11 to go on the YouTube. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's go. How's it going, Nursey G? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everything sounds and looks okay. Good evening. Good evening. First level done. Let's go. Got to lock in here. Area 2. Rainbow, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Modelo Time with the gifts. First gifts of the stream. Thank you, Modelo Time. Welcome to the stream, brother. Good to see you, my man. Let's make this happen. I need to check your watch hours now too, since 500 is so close. Yeah, I'm assuming the watch hours is okay. I think when I checked it, the progress bars, the watch hours were there. It just was waiting for this number of subs. I think the watch hours are more than sufficient. I'll double check it, but there's really nothing I can do about that. I have to kind of, you know, hope people come in and watch, and I think I have the watch hours. So we'll check that out, but I think I'm all set with that. All right, very careful here. Let's go. I do know the trick of standing behind the green guy and speed destroying this thing. I do it the hard way because that's how Retro Joe does things, the hard way. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Old habits die hard. Like the video, like the movie, not the video game. Jerry Hollis, what's up? Trey says, hello, Joe and crew. Punching out and heading home. Safe travels, Nursey G. I hope you had a good work day. Michael Sontag, welcome to the stream. Trey, thank you for the share. Let's go. Headhunters. Love it. Let's go. Steady as she goes. Steady as she goes. Patience. Patience and locking in is what you really need to do on this game. So again, we're not speed running. We're just going for an NDR. Does bubble gum our best? Joe says. Double mint gum? Is that what you're saying? All right, let's go. We got it. We got it. Let's go. Watch the trees. We gotta watch the trees for the snipers. They hang out in the trees. So the snipers are gonna be all here. No more snipers in this section, but you gotta watch out for soldiers. All right, this part right here is a 50-50 whether I can pull off this strategy here. Okay, I think I got good positioning. Oh, no, dude, no. That was the 50-50 shot that didn't work. Wow, that was a 50-50 shot that didn't work. Oh, bro. All right, well, we'll just continue going. We'll just continue going. What's up, Joseph? Q2, what's up? Yeah, you can just duck there, but as you can see, Petty Spaghetti, what's up, Mike? As you can see, that strat has a 50% success rate. There probably is a better way to do that. What's up, Joseph? It's going well, man. It's going well. Petty Spready Spaghetti. Bro, that's pretty good, Mike. That's pretty good. I like that. All right, let's go. NDR Death Count 1. Yes, good. This one game is this game's from your teenage years, Joseph? Yeah, absolutely. This is a I believe this game came out in 1990. Kong Kiss Tank, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Pew pew. What's up, Ronald? So we should be very clean. We should be very clean for the rest of the game. Watching Retro Joe get annihilated? No, not getting annihilated. Where's Trolland? Trolland? Joe says, you ever play Mario Brothers Flash game with Contra Mega Man? I do have that, Joe. Yeah, I've streamed it before. Yep. Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. It's a historical thing from the past. We need Tronald. Trolland. I'm gonna start calling you Tronald. Trolland. Trolland. I love it. I love it. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Friday. Good to see you all. Thank you for being here. Hope you had an awesome day. Hope you had some good lunch, good breakfast, all that good stuff. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, although some people disagree with that. But that's my opinion. And that's how my body likes it. Good breakfast in the morning, get the day going. Black coffee. If you like coffee, I like my coffee black. Rage it, let's go. You had an amazing dinner? Nice. Nice, V. Monica says, catching Beethoven's Ninth Symphony tonight, so can't stay, but I'll watch it back later to see the official NDR count. Let's go. Have fun there, Monica. That's awesome. That'd be something I would love to go to. I really like Baroque music, Baroque era music. Okay, did not want to go there. Which is a little bit different than your traditional classical genre, but it's very similar. I actually was first exposed to it in a music class that I took in college, called what was the music class called? I think it was just, I forget what the class was called, but it was a lot of like studying classical music and Baroque era music. It was just like an elective, or not an elective. It was a class to fulfill a requirement, like a basic requirement. and I took it. I forget the name of the class. I just think it was called the music tradition or something like that. So basically an intro music class. But that's the first time I ever heard of Baroque music and things like that. So it was good. It was good. We talked about a lot of stuff. A lot of different genres that I never heard of before. Was really like exposed to the history of music, particularly in the United States, with bluegrass and vaudeville and all that stuff. Stuff that I was never familiar with before. So it was a cool class. I guess that's the whole point, to expose you to things you've never learned about before. But yeah, vaudeville, and what was the thing after vaudeville? I don't remember. Now I don't really remember, but it was cool. I like the historical part of it. You like Baroque too? Let's go. You know what they say, Monica says, if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. Let's go. That's awesome. V says, my electives were music or poetry. I took poetry because I'm a writer. Yeah. What's up, Angel Princess? You got a double earache right now? No, that's horrible. I'm sorry. Black and cold, Ronald? Sure. I'll take it. I'll take it. Why not? You can find beauty in anything, man. Anything and anyone. But I would rather have my black coffee hot, to be honest with you. Although interestingly enough, I know this is not a popular opinion. I drink my iced coffee black, but also black. Wow, let's go. That was crazy. Let's go, let's go. I think it's time to go for an NDR with no spread gun. I gotta hit an NDR with the spread gun first, Justin. What's up, brother? Your elective was art history. Nice. Let's go. 100 stars from Justin Vogel. Thank you, Justin. Let's go, my man. Appreciate that. Whew. Legends. What's up, Legends? GG's, the man says. Thank you. Raging it, let's go. Drop the NDR? What do you mean? I like Stokes iced coffee black, Ronald says, but I'll drink Starbucks iced coffee too. Starbucks is good. It's better than Dunks. I know that might not be a popular opinion either, but I believe Starbucks coffee is better than Dunks. Some people like Dunks better. It really depends on where you get it, because sometimes the coffee's burnt and not prepared properly with Dunks. From the hearing aids? That's rough. I know how that can be an issue. Justin says, go from NDR to NSR. No, oh, no spread gun. No spread gun or no power-ups at all? Just the regular gun? Let's go. Unk Gamer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Wawa? Well, we don't have any Wawas around here, unfortunately. I was just talking about Wawas with someone. There's another store down there, which we don't have either, called Sheets. Isn't that true? RCG says blasphemy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry is what it is. Is what it is. Instead of NDR, do no spread for our entertainment, Justin says. Okay. Point taken, but let me get the NDR first. And then we'll move on to that one. I've got to set aside my own expectations of myself. I mean, I could probably beat the game with no spread. It's just, I don't know if I'll be able to do an NDR with no spread. Let's go. Rambo meets aliens. Yes, Jonathan. Yes, this is a pretty well-known game. It's really cool. It definitely borrows from pop culture stuff from the 90s, from the early 90s. This is why you're seeing aliens, you know, a lot of like Predator influence, a lot of the action movies from the 90s. But, you know, that's why it was so successful, because the imagery was very similar, very, very familiar to people, kids mostly, you know. Wow, went too early there. Went too early. Wow, dude. That was a very sloppy death right there. That was on me. That was on me. Yikes. Thank you, Jonathan, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I didn't think it was going to lower again. That was my fault. I should have been more patient. Well, here's the end of the game with the regular gun. That's why I gotta try Alien vs. Predator. Yeah, I should try that. Honestly, I really should, Ronald. I haven't checked it out yet, but... Bobby says, Dunkin' Donuts is my go-to iced coffee while shopping. All right, all right. I like it. I mean, Dunks isn't horrible. It's just, I feel like Starbucks quality is better. That's it. That's it. 2 unalives. 2 unalives. Any power up but spread. Anytime you get the spread, you have to drink. Bro, what are you doing to me, man? Matt McCloskey, welcome to the stream, brother. How's it going? All right, so that was a 2 unalive run. A 2 unalive run. Let's take a break real quick. Yeah, Sheets is very good, Matt says. All right, yeah. Thank you, Legends. Thank you, Joe. All right, let's take a break real quick for the... Let's take a break real quick for the credits. Someone put peas on the eclair. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Probably not great, right? Is Konami still around? Yeah. So they just released the Contra Anniversary Collection not too long ago, actually. A year ago or so. Put the death counter back at 0. Death counter back at 0. And we're going to go for it again. Now that I'm warmed up, let's go, V. Yeah, now that I'm warmed up, it really does depend on a couple of parts. If I can nail a couple of parts, we're good with it. Let's see if we can do it. You're gonna mute that person for 10 minutes? So you don't like the peas on the eclair, V? I would assume you don't like the peas on the eclair. All right, let's go. NDR, let's go. NDR. I'm warmed up. All right, let's do this. No turbo controller, no cheats, no game genies, nothing. Just straight up raw Super C gameplay for the NDR. Can we do it? Can we do it? Bam, baby, let's go. Not a no spread run. We'll save that for after I beat this with an NDR. What's up, Anarcho? Welcome to the stream. All right, let's go. Little sloppy there, a little sloppy, but we're good. Look good. William Stelzer, welcome to the stream. What's up, brother? Oh, no, dude. What was that? What was that? Finally, a real game, Will says. What's up, Will? We're going for a no death run on this game. Let's go, William. We got Will Warner and William Stelzer. 2 Wills dropping into the stream. Those enemies usually don't spawn there. After the helicopter spawns, the other enemies usually don't spawn. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Let's go. So when it does, you kind of play like jumpy. There is a yeah, there is a code for Super C. It's the same thing, only you don't get 30 lives, you get 10. Okay, just missed the spread. That's gonna be interesting. This might be a no-go too. We'll see. I guess you're gonna get your first level no spread gun here. Bill Stanley, what's up? Got him. Sure does, Will. It's a Will invasion. Why is the counter at 0? Should be 1. I restarted the game, Ronald. Get to the chopper. You know it. The chopper's down. Chopper's down. Let's go. Usually want to go up the left side there. Not that it matters too much, but you want to get a rhythm on this, as I was saying before. Super aggressive. Let's go. Joe, going back to when I first met the channel, Rocker says, what's up, Rocker? So the first game I ever streamed in 2018 was Contra 1. First game I ever streamed in 2018. Which was my first stream, January. The channel started in January of 2018. I want to say I did my first stream in January as well. I can go back and I still have my first stream. I have a recording of it. I'm so glad I got it. I didn't talk much in it. I went back and watched it not too long ago. I didn't really talk much, but it's there. I did talk a little bit. I have a lot of archives. Yeah, Super C, Galactic Empire, welcome to the stream. Upload it to YouTube? I could. It's kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. I was not a veteran streamer. AJ, what's up? In fact, it was the first time I ever streamed. It was good, it was good. I didn't know what to do. Those of you who are just starting out streaming can identify with that. I didn't know how much to talk. I couldn't find my voice. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense. Let's go. Got him. So you keep firing in the trees on that first section. This section, it's mostly soldiers coming at ground level. They don't shoot, but they are a nuisance if they get into the water and you can't move. Let's go. Nightmare is here. What's up, Nightmare? Let's go. We got it. All right. That's the first really tricky part. You found me early, Justin? Do you remember what year you first watched the streams? So you want to keep firing here because once in a while you'll get an enemy that comes right up in your face. Tricky Power 1 down. Let's go. It's a pretty easy boss. I really would like to come up with a different strategy for it because that strategy that I use is kind of a 50-50, as I was saying earlier. If the spider stops and it's walking away from you, then it's gonna come back and get closer than it usually does. So, you know, then you can't change position because you're kind of stuck in that ducking position. So I'd like to come up with a better strategy for that because, again, that strategy is not 100%. What's up, Tom? Band practice for me in a couple hours. Nice, dude. Binocular says, Joe, do you mind if I share a joke about pizza? It's kind of cheesy. Go for it, dude. We love the cheesy jokes and the dad jokes and all types of jokes. All right. So I'm going to wait until that disappears. All right, let's go. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Woo, baby. Let's go. That's the joke. DD says the joke is cheesy. I know, I know. I thought you were going to set up a joke like that. I thought you were going to get that tagline and then drop a joke on top of that. Like double hit the joke. You know what I'm saying? It's a double hit joke. That would have been cool, right? But I goes like, oh, man. It's a double hit. Let's go. Take that. Justin says 6 years, 10 months puts us around Christmas of 2019. Wow, dude, that's crazy. Look how much, look at what we've done, man. Look at what we've been through. Look at what we've done. The channel has a history, man. It has a history, a deep history. Been through a lot, man. Been through a lot. Ups and downs. Crazy stuff, crazy trolls. A lot of stuff that wasn't in the public, you know, wasn't in the public eye that I went through behind the scenes. You know, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stuff. But hey, that's what happens when you have something, you know? That's what happens when you have something. Playing Goonies 2. Nice. I've never played Goonies or Goonies 2. I'm assuming you mean the NES game, of course. Yeah, I was with RETV for a couple years, yeah. But I was solo before that and then of course after. But yeah. I was doing some solo streams when I was with RETV too. Here and there. But yeah, I was with RETV when you first met me? First saw the stream? Okay, the key is here is to not jump. Oh, alright, that's when you met. Oh, that's when you met me too, Nightmare? Alright, cool. Jackal's a good game. I can make it to the last boss. I've never beaten the last boss. Jackal's great, though. I came really close to beating the last boss, so I think I'm on the verge of beating Jackal for the first time. Mike Eskelson, what's up, bro? Self-willed Micah says, no goodies, NES is sacrilegious. NES is sacrilegious? Oh, thank you, James. Yeah, dude, I saw that. So I thought it was 17 more, but then V said I have about 11 more. That's awesome, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much, man. Helps me out a lot. Let's go. Oh, I did not mean to get that. Uh-oh. We gotta do a little extra work here now. Oh, bro. All right. I mean, this gun's pretty good. And we got everything we needed. Nice. Let's go. Heart's beating a little bit fast. I came up with a really cool stream idea. I'm going to premiere it next week on the schedule. Oh boy. Ever gonna do Tetris again, Tom says. Yep, as soon as we hit 500 subscribers on YouTube, we're gonna bring back weekly Tetris battles. With a little bit of a different format than I was doing it before. Let's go. You like the 80s tracksuits? Let's go. I don't know, James. I've been doing a little research on Breath of Fire 3. It turns out there's two versions of it, only two versions. There's a PS1 version and a PS1 version and a PSP version. So interestingly enough, I found out, so you will notice that Breath of Fire 3 is not on the PlayStation Store. Breath of Fire 1 and 2 are there, but Breath of Fire 3 is not there. And you can't find it anywhere except for, you know, PlayStation 1 or PSP, right? You'll need the physical media, of course, because, you know, you would not want to get the ROM illegally, of course. Official position of the Retro Joe page. We are against getting ROMs illegally. However, I found out why it's not on the PlayStation Store and why they never ported it to any other system. The reason why is because Breath of Fire 3 has, apparently, from what I read, has a lot of IP from other artists and other, like, anime stuff and other shows and other games that they put in the game, sometimes with permission, sometimes without permission, primarily with licenses that ran out. So they had some artwork and assets in there that were not originally made by the Capcom team. They took them from other artists and other dev teams, and they got license for most of it, but the license expired and they're not allowed to publish it anywhere else now. So that's why you don't see Breath of Fire 3 on any other platform besides the PS1 and the PSP. And you don't see it on the PlayStation Store. So you can't play it on your PS5. You can play Breath of Fire 1 and 2 on the PS5, but... So a little bit of background information, a little bit of the research I've been doing. Yeah, not to jump in that one part, Bernarco, but once you get to a certain part, you can jump again. Let's go. Yeah, Japan has super loose IP laws. Yeah, Justin, but I think it's not even re-released over there either. But it's pretty interesting. I'm holding you hostage for Tetris 99. No, dude, I know. The reason why I want to do that is because I need to be monetized on YouTube for the idea that I have. So I don't want to launch my idea and then, you know, change it after. So that's gonna be how we're gonna run it. As soon as I get 500 subs and monetize over on YouTube, we're gonna start running Tetris again. I think that will be the best way to do it. So there's continuity with my idea. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. There's music in Mother 3 that would get flagged by the bots today. Yeah, Justin, yeah. You know what? Honestly, the weird thing is the thing about Breath of Fire 3 is I don't even think the bots would even recognize the copyright violation. And the reason why I say that is because it's like a lot of old IP from like... So I didn't do too much. I didn't go too much deep into it. I didn't go too deeply into it. But apparently there's like Japanese anime references in it, and they didn't get like extended licenses for it, which is kind of weird that they didn't get the extended license. So it was only for a short period of time. And by the way, the reason why I brought it up is because in the PSP release, which was years later, I think the PSP release was in 2004, and the game, the original PS1 release came out in 99 or 98, I want to say. So it was a good 6 years later when the PSP version came out. So what they did in the PSP version is they took out a bunch of original artwork that they put in the PS1 version. So now, the reason why I asked in the Discord and I asked on the live stream whether I should stream the PS1 version or the PSP version is because I don't know how much they changed in the PSP version. So if we're going to miss something really cool in the PSP version, I don't want to play that one. I want to play the PS1 version. Now, as far as the graphic fidelity, I'm going to guess that the PSP version is better graphics and better effects, but I don't know, though. I really don't know. That's why I was trying to find out if anyone knew what the differences were or which one was better. But honestly, I don't think the PSP version was very popular. Thank you, Respawn John. Let's go. Yeah, I had to mute Contra. Yeah, I did. Yep. Well, if I were to mail a physical copy of Breath of Fire 3, you could then legally download the ROM. Let me see what I can do. James, dude, that would be amazing, bro. Thank you. That would be absolutely amazing. I don't know how expensive the physical copy is. I'm guessing it not. Well, actually, I don't know. I was going to say I'm guessing not that much, but since it's like so, you know, since it's like, I don't know if it's rare or not, but I don't know if it's rare. It would be really cool to have a copy of that just because of the expired license and stuff like that. It'd almost be like having a piece of history. Which, you know, having physical copies is having a piece of history, really. That's what's so cool about physical copies. Let's go. Keep them coming in front. Okay, wait.
Okay, wait. Don't make the same mistake I made last playthrough. Gonna wait again. Now we don't have to wait. When you make these jumps, make sure you shoot diagonal in front of you. All right, let's go. Thomas Baker, yeah, I'll check it in a second. Let's go. 0 deaths. Super C. There it is. There it is. 0 deaths. Super C. Retro Joe did it again. Retro Joe did it again. Let's go. Let's go. GG's. GG's. Let's go. Jeremy Carter, thank you for the follow. Lewis, thank you. William Stelzer, thank you. Respawn John, appreciate it. V, thank you. Jeremy, thank you for the GGs. Thank you, Sean. Let's go, baby. Let's go. GGs. Lewis with the like. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out tonight. That was a no death run of Super C yet again. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, I guess the next challenge is the no death run without the spread gun, or at least beat the game without the spread gun. At least beat the game. Big shout out, Justin Vogel. Thank you for the 100 stars. Modelo Time with the TikTok gifts. Thank you so much, Modelo Time. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out tonight. That's going to be it for the stream. That's the goal of the stream. Super C NDR. We accomplished it. Let's go. Let's go. Justin says they don't renew license because they usually want more money upon renewal in console devs. Yes. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it. I'm giving false info about Breath of Fire 3, Thomas says. Thomas says, but I was able to download Breath of Fire 3 from the PlayStation Store on my PS Vita. So having not be on the PlayStation Store isn't entirely true. Right. When did you do that, though? I did see something about that, Thomas. I did see something about that. So if you go to the Wikipedia page, it says PlayStation 1, PlayStation... Well, actually, let me just see what it says real quick. But you can't get it on the PlayStation Store on PS5. So it says here, PlayStation, it says PlayStation, PlayStation Portable, and then Windows for some reason, which... Okay, so on January 27th, 2016, Capcom announced that Breath of Fire 3 would be re-released in February as a download through the PSN network for PS Vita, PS TV, and other PSP hardware-capable devices. The release announcement applies only to the PlayStation Network's US store. So that is not the PlayStation Store on the PlayStation 5, though. Right? Yeah, so V says PlayStation Console and PlayStation Handheld have two separate PlayStation stores. Yeah, it was a month ago. Right. Yeah. So two separate stores, one for PlayStation Console and one for PlayStation Portables. Yeah. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate it. You knew I was going to do it, Bill. Thank you so much. You came in for the glorious finish. Yes. Wow. It's not on PS4 or 5, but still available on the Vita store. That is so weird, right? Why is that? Why is that? That's so weird. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Good no death run. That was the goal of the stream. I appreciate you all being here. And we will see you tomorrow morning for some Dungeons of Infinity action, and then in the evening for
Tears of the Kingdom. I'm going to do some more shrines. So hopefully see you there. Have a good night, everyone. Peace out.